It's been 10 years now since I first started watching motovlog videos on YouTube, and today we're going to talk about why I miss those days. Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another foreigner video, and this time good old-fashioned motovlog, and we're going to talk about the old days of YouTube. And as you might have seen on the title already, I do miss those good old days, and I'm going to go through the reasons why. I've fallen victim myself of what I think, oh, it's really hot today, 37.5 degrees centigrade, and it's 4:30 in the afternoon. Oh my god, this is hot. Anyway, the good old days of YouTube. I've fallen victim of these new trends, if I could call it that way, of content production on YouTube, specifically on the motovlog space. 10 years ago, when I started watching YouTube videos, I was still back in England, and there weren't that many motovloggers to begin with, and things felt a lot more genuine, rawer than these days. There's this trend to produce more and more sort of polished content than before. It's no longer just a dude slapping the camera on the helmet and go for a ride and yap about whatever crosses their minds. So, but and people just, it's normal, I think, you know. Cameras, gear got better, cameras got, whoa, don't, bah. Alright, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, where was I? So this is what happens when you drive in Portugal, really. Rules of suggestions, nothing else. Everybody parks their car wherever they want. Anyway, where was I? Right, okay, good old days of YouTube. Yeah, and back in the day, 10 years ago or so, there weren't that many YouTubers, and so I started watching, well, Royal Jordanian. Well, he doesn't talk much, it's not a vlog type of videos that he produced, but Baron von Grumble, for example, the Missenden Flyer, Captain Rambunctious. These are the ones that were sort of big names for me back then, and that I still follow and I still watch these days, although some of them, well, like Royal Jordanian almost stopped posting any content, and Baron von Grumble is more connected or tied to 44 Teeth these days, but he's been putting out a couple of videos every now and then. The Missenden Flyer, he is still very active. Actually, he's more active now than before. I think he made this his career, motovlogging and things, bike reviews and all sorts of content, or types of content related to motorcycles. And Captain Rambunctious, yeah, he's probably less active than before, but I still really enjoy watching his videos. And what I do miss is that connection with the person that was behind the camera. And for me, at least these days, it's more about polished content, if you will, than just the personality of the person behind the camera. It's less about the person and more about the content, which is fair enough, I think. But I'm not saying it's wrong, and I myself have tried to do that instinctively or subconsciously rather, but it just doesn't feel right. I find myself more concerned about how and what I'm going to capture and show than just being in the moment and sharing that with you in a more raw format, rather than thinking of how am I going to film this? What am I going to say now? Is this going to make sense when I say something else later? So and I think that sort of dehumanizes the content that's produced and that's put out onto YouTube. I'm talking about YouTube, mind you. I'm not talking about other social media platforms, because I don't really know them. I had going right. So I had an Instagram account for the Foreigner channel, but I closed that account. Instagram was, but for the same reason, actually, because it was no longer doing it for me. I found myself doing things just to take photographs and do small short videos for Instagram, then just for the sake of having fun doing them. Things that I do really enjoy doing, like going to the garage and just tinkering with the bike and with all the gadgets and electronics and things. I was doing that for the sole purpose of taking photographs and publishing it on Instagram. And when I do videos these days, it's more thinking about how they're going to look like, how I'm going to edit them and film for the edit, and not editing whatever I filmed, if that makes any sense. And this is why I decided to just do the small sort of raw format video. And I think that going forwards, I'm going to go, okay, so you're speeding up. Going forward, I think I'm going to go back to this more sort of old school raw format, rather than try to come up with a very polished video that to an extent I don't identify myself with. And that's happened before. I've recently just came back from Morocco, from a 2-week tour in Morocco, and I've already published a few videos, and I have a lot more footage that I want to go through and edit and post on YouTube. But the thing with that is, as I was filming it, I was thinking about a story that I was creating during the trip. And what happened was that in some moments I actually forgot about the story and just filmed whatever. And now I have bits that make sense within a story, and I have bits that don't make sense within a story, if that makes sense. And it's not easy to edit around those two types of content. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to try and post as many videos as I can of my Moroccan tour, because I really did love 38.5 degrees centigrade. Oh my god, proper hot, and I can feel it. So where was I? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to try and put out those videos as soon as I can. And but yeah, I just wanted to get this off my chest, really. I do miss the old days of YouTube, and where I remember Andy Mancam. That's another channel I still watch, Andy Mancam, and he stayed very much true to himself, I think, over the years, with his sort of vlogish style. Even when he's on tour, he has this vlogish style, which I think is very natural and very funny and very entertaining. Andy Mancam, yes, that's another channel that I watch. And I remember watching his first tours on his Versus 650, I think it was. And I remember Baron von Grumble traveling across Europe to Spain on his Gixxer 1000, and everything was so raw, so just under the skin, and it was so entertaining. And these travel videos that we watch these days, and these bike reviews, they're all very technical, they're all very polished, loads of cameras, all the tech, but lacking in soul, for lack of a better word. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for putting up with all my ramblings and my ruminations, and I hope to see you on my next video. Until then, ta-ra!